and the law written in our nature. We call an individual into existence, and when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
Rough, rugged and real, you're on standstill to obey your case, so let the man build. Words of rapture that you have to capture, and I just slapped ya with a handful of literature. This dope, deaf, fresh, hype, choice, smooth and raw. Rappers I replace, rub out and erase. Competition, you must be on freebase, smoking or joking, bound to be broken. Now get your damn hands off the mic that I'm choking. Cause I got a stranglehold. You're still cold on parole for the role you stole. Rhymes that you yell out, but you did sell out. Crossed over, lost over here, now get the hell out. I'm not a pop star, rock and roller, I'm a rebel, blessed. Able to hold a mic like a hammer and drop grammar, treat a rapper like a wrestler and body slam them. Those who dispute get treated just like a prostitute. They get the boot and blade like a flute, so just play mute. Don't even whisper, open your mouth to speak and I'ma dish your ragtag and dog. Put you in the morgue because you're petty, confetti, and not ready to rock steady. In other words, you're half-stepping, tiptoeing, get going. Because my weapon is not a 9, a Uzi, or a shotgun. But when it come to hype rhymes, I got one. Just like the album is still the same. Long live the cane, ain't a damn thing changed. I still get ill and kill at will and build the skill to fill your grill, so don't tell me you're real. We sample beats you sue and try to fight us. Man, you still be home with arthritis. If we didn't revive and bring back alive old beats that we appreciated, you wouldn't survive. You'd be another memory to us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So understand the way that I live, that's positive. And the message I got to give is a benefit for you and me. I'm talking about P-E-A-C-E. The chosen one that has turned the new leaf. I got gold teeth and they don't chew beef. No pork on my fork, strictly fish on my dish. The cane fallen victim, sucker you wish. I flow like water, slaughter, put you out of order. Floored ya. Rappers are ragging and tagging and snagging and bragging to be on the bandwagon, but I'm the last dragon with the knack to attract the pack, so just get back. I'm young, gifted, and black.
Any kind of dilly-dallying, that's the government. Any kind of pussyfooting, that's the government. Any kind of act that's designed to delay or deprive you and me right now of getting full rights, that's the government that's responsible.
Black Poet Matters is a celebration and showcase of the Black poetic voice from poets of the African diaspora who are conscious and brilliant. It is also a celebration of Black music, where our souls meet song, sound, and rhythms. Black poets dishing the truth of their matters, creating a poetic soundtrack for the times. We welcome you all to another edition of Black Poet Matters this evening, and we thank you for joining us. We thank you for all of the support that you have shown us throughout the few years that we have been doing this. So we are back once again, here with another program, another great program for you, hoping that you will enjoy this one as you have enjoyed the other ones. And if you're new, then we hope you'll enjoy this one and come back for more. But for overall, we invite you all to subscribe to the YouTube channel for Bassment Entertainment. We also invite you to like the Facebook page as well, and also follow us on Instagram as you're enjoying this program, and share it to all of your family and your friends. So once again, this is a monthly virtual poetry event that we do just for you. And we ask that you would continue to support us as we continue to bring forth this program for you. So we've come to the close of 2022. We have another round of poets here ready to dish their matters as we have spoken in the beginning of this program. So without further ado, we're just gonna get things going. So for our first poet of the night, we want you to meet performance artist, poetic activist, author, motivational speaker, and mother who goes by the name of Empress Poetry. She's Barbados, born in Brooklyn, New York bred. This culturally rich and diverse combo gives her a creatively unique edge color palette and a horizon-wide canvas. Empress Poetry cleverly weaves language and molds character through the power of the pen. Her signature performance poetry captures the delicate intricacies of life. She also has books available for sale, and as we introduce you, she also has a new song that you want to check out as well. So once again, we introduce to you Empress Poetry.
I I sat back last night and reminisced on the first time that we made love. I smiled as those memories flooded my mind, and I relived that journey. Oh, I remember looking into your eyes and comparing them to the lands of Kemet Noon. You laid me across a blanket made of brown mudcloth.
Hey, and welcome back. Welcome back to Black Poets Matter. I am excited to be here for our final show for 2022. And I hope you guys join us again for 2023 because we've got some great stuff going. Anyway, let me get into my set. It's a little chaotic, my set today, but I hope you enjoy. Take me. Shed lights on walls created in paint but covered by dark veils. Veils created to hide beauty, defined as portals of doom when in fact I am the only room humanity has ever been mentioned in. Voices echo the choices I should make in hallways where their point is not my view. That my voice muted by their masculinity, though I fulfill the needs of humanity, yet I am just a woman, living in a cave of darkness even after I've given birth to light. I swear I don't want to fight, but in this cave I have no choice, because my plight written in the words sounds absurd. How? The human who dared to question what didn't make sense decided to take a bite of fruit poisoned to keep any living being from growing, preventing us from knowing truth. Truth that breaks ceilings and raise roofs, discover proof that though they try to hide it, we are the light God gave to earth. A vessel designed to birth his intentions before his son, created at the time light begun. Yet one wants to hide me in a cave of darkness because I am a woman. That's that piece.
Hey. All right.
I had to get in there a little bit. So masculinity tested me earlier. Okay. Now I'm gonna, my home island of Barbados celebrated its 56th anniversary last week, and I negated to celebrate with them. So here's my opportunity. This piece is called My Morbi. There's a sweetness in my Morbi because I was raised by people of the sugarcane, raised to stand tall through rain and wind, bask in the sun's light. Even when scorching hot, distilled, or concentrated, my existence cannot be stopped. Some try to granulate me, extract the molasses from my heart. And when they find that they can't break me, they say I was bitter from the start. The bitter in my Morbi might make you want to spit. That's because I originate from a people of guts and grit, who built empires, then were stolen, beaten, and treated like shit. Brought to new lands to be raped, murdered, whipped, and told to do it again. But them, they're captors. The ones that they then call master and now call them friend. Not all of them, but of that I'm sure. But that I am sure. Of that I am sure, but I know if I get distracted by sheep's clothing, then I am truly a goat. My bark comes with a bite. It is the reason I continue to fiercely fight. In my Morbi, there are properties, healing, soothing, awakening, cleansing properties. Not everyone will like me or my taste, but time is something I cannot waste, so they can wait until I get cold. Then they'll find out what makes me bold is in my properties. I am God's real estate, protected in the storms, insured against the hate. There is no debate. I am stripped from trees rooted in black soil, boiled under blue skies, and golden sun in cool waters. A refreshing experience if you dare to try one glass of my Morbi. And that's that piece. And I think I have time for one more.
Give it up, give it up, give it up.
One more? No, I think it's two more, right? All right, I'm gonna stay on the Immigrant Express because, I got a lot to say on behalf of immigrants. So this is an immigrant experience. People who ask where my accent is just don't understand. To exist undocumented in this America, you must be a chameleon, adapt to one's environment, disguised to be unrecognized. Because if you do not assimilate, you will be scrutinized. come under the watchful eyes of shadow keepers, some who help you sow seeds and then become the only reapers. Keep you under their greed thumb. Some think your status makes you dumb. They forget that doesn't make you deaf. So you hear the things left unsaid, that body language, it can be read. And watch how they move. Learn how to be smooth so you're not judged as a criminal. Speak the native tongue so you understand the subliminal. Translate the signs and the delivery. I knew what was expected from me, but I also knew my destiny and what lane I was meant to be in to win. I was trained to keep my drive. I already felt like a hamster locked in a cage trying to keep stride. Had to activate my vision skills to survive, so I learned fast to catch up. Utilize opportunities only if they made sense. No dollar is worth getting locked up. Talk less and listen more. Remember who I represent on any and every shore. So I represent, maybe not with my accent, but through my words, my deeds, and more. I operate on principles, and some think that makes me simple or second class for sure. But to call them a asshole might be negative. Do you know how many I've told to kiss in my head, but instead I nodded and answered, got you. Some know what you go through, but want help because you don't look like you need it. I say being born in paradise has its benefits. My black, blue, and gold makes me bold. Decided if there's a story, it's best to be told by me. Face my truth. Living undocumented in America is like having a home with no roof. You pay rent and taxes, but of income you can't have proof. Raise their citizen from babies to their very first vote. Listen to the hate and entitlement that spews from their throats as they fight for their rights and amendments. Forgetting it was an undocumented immigrant that taught them their first words. It's the ignorance for me. When there are fourth and fifth generation illegal immigrants historically, except theirs is a documented migration. I just gather the information and move accordingly. I perform in the spirit of the Most High at the highest level of excellence and creativity. Love my neighbor as I do myself, so I take care of my community. And you know what else? I drink my Morbi and I write, because this fight for legal status is an underground journey that needs to be documented. And that's that piece. All right, let me finish up with some sexy. Okay, this is a true piece. There is this love, one that makes me smile in my sleep and again when I wake up in the morning. Phil's voice I never knew existed, one that hips my hoorays, even on days when I feel unbalanced. This love warms my heart on cold nights, prays for me so I am always all right, never left alone. I spend hours on my own thinking about this love, pouring my love for this love into the ears of those I love so they feel it, talking to God about this love because I really can't believe it could be as beautiful and easy, like a midsummer's dream deciphered in poetry or recited as prayers, sung in tongues by spirits that lay prostrate. Souls there, unburdened by the past, unbothered by spells others cast. This love will last because it's born. From the natural attraction, the supernatural bond was formed to be a blessing, so it is blessed. Nurtured to strengthen our strengths and weaken our weaknesses. Creating a hunger and thirst inside, making us eager to take this ride to discover the possibilities. This love grows daily. An elixir of faith and works poured into it. Sunshine smiles are some of the benefits, security, honesty, trust, timing is perfect. So there's no need to rush. This companionship is supplemented by dedication, inoculated from diseases like jealousy, envy, and hate. Immune system sufficiency boosted by affection, powered and empowered. This love is divine faith, and I desire to test it. That's my set. Thank you.
And welcome you to the motherland.
Excellent, sis.
You enter that Cairo and made your way.
Beautiful.
The heat intensified even as you created.
Phenomenal as always. That's what I want to say.
Make it as sweat.
And we greatly thank you for that, Empress Poetry. She's one of our day one poets right here on Black Poet Matters. And next up, we have a new poet to this platform. Not new to the poetry scene, but new to this platform, and we like when we have new poets step up to this arena. And any of you poets out there that would like to join this platform, just feel free to contact Bassment Entertainment through our channel and through our pages. But once again, we would like to introduce to you the poet and spoken word artist Naquel from Long Island by way of Jamaica. He's the host of the Dave and Buster's Trivia Game Show, and he's also the creator of the Pod Poets Lounge podcast. And he's the executive creator of Poetic Tees Please. So once again, at this time, we introduce to you Naquel.
It's the return of the dog. That, not quite sure of that word he used that he may not know the definition of, but I'm quite sure he used it out of tough love. That glaring stare, that unknown fear, that captivating poem. Please take me back home to that.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Naquel. Such a pleasure to be with you, to share some poetry. I think at the end of the day, the true value of sharing is really healing. So I hope that by sharing, I can help us heal, including myself, of course. Let's see, I got a few pieces to share. I was inspired a bit by the previous piece that was a nod to a homeland, if you will, where the heart is. So this is a little bit, my first piece is going to be a little bit of a love letter to Jamaica, which is where I'm from. My family and I took a trip and we visited Dunn's River Falls and Park. And it was just beautiful, a great memory. And I wanted to capture it as well as the trip in some way. So I'll start with that piece. So here it is. It's called Can't Done with Dunn's River. All when the drive long from St. Andrews to Queensborough, and we now reach till day after tomorrow, it a go feel sweet and bitter, but we're not done with Dunn's River. When impatience take we over from Nelson Mandela, every mile drive with a smile like my son, because we can't done with Dunn's River. Could never done when they want to charge with foreign rate as we enter the gate. Nobody no trace, no debate, but we're not done with Dunn's River. Can't done with the one love from the craft market seller. You can bank on the facts. Some might chase you for $1. This is a true storyteller. One run down my big brother, but all that no matter, cause we can't done with Dunn's River. All when your shocking color Ganzi stitch with your Jamaican birth certificate, as you start walk, them see the tourists, but you can ignore it because we can't done with Dunn's River. Even when the scene at the general a scream, because crab grabbing big finger, we help him take off the claw pincher. We never planned for the adventure, but we're not done with Dunn's River, where a sea of strangers splashing laughter, because my father swallow salt water. Imagine the liberty and the danger, but we're not done with Dunn's River, where nobody falls down the falls because we all go up together. We look like one happy family. I play Dunn's River Snake and Ladders. Yes, I have my tiger balm for later on, for rub down my knee cup. Hear my lovely wife tell me hush. But me will still take any bus because me can't done with Dunn's River. No, not pirates, but we treasure this and all parts of Jamaica. But Dunn's River, Falls and Park has a special place in our hearts. All right, that's that piece. Can't done with Dunn's River. All right. And I've been thinking about this next piece a little bit. As I go through my day-to-day, I realize every day has a little bit of a challenge, something to overcome. So it's constant work to maintain a positive mind state, a healthy mind state. And I wrote this piece actually from a writing prompt. The word I was given was destruction. And I turned it into myself, or just turned it inward in terms of what I was going to pull from in order to write that piece. And so this piece called Self-Destruction is sort of like a mental awareness, mental health awareness type of a poem. And it goes like this. Destruction defines the actions I take after a long gaze in the mirror of self-hatred. And I somehow walk away from that vanity, elated, hoping to get checked out and validated. But the more poor traits of myself absorbed by the lens of that cell just might depict the picture of my true mental health, captured in zooming HD, the pixels and parts of me laid out for all to dislike and comment on. Because after all, I fall, and I'm only pretending those posts don't reinforce ghosts masquerading as my true self-worth, unearthed from the same dirt as the pyramids in Giza. But now I feel immersed in self-destructive behavior and nothing else. Because Black mental health as a subject of conversation is too often off the shelf or kitchen table, not able to talk to my strong Black woman holding down our upside. So this weakness I fight every sleepless night just might be the dis-ease that deletes my life, and she'll never know, because he's not that type. But my knees buckle, my palms rest, my last words heard in 40 characters or less. Some of you tried to send encouragement, but I never read the text. I was driving drunk of hurt and pain. Look at me, slain in the wreckage. And the lesson is, don't die with your song still in you. No matter how blue-ish Black the facts might be, it's all in the context of white supremacy. So be not easily convinced to everything, Chris, and go take it lighty. You'll be dancing in halls of delusion, conscience in confusion, because destruction will find you, fixes that break everything you love. Walk your dreams to the edge, blindfolded, and shove your tomorrows, your good health, that knowledge of self, a plunge so disgusting, merry maids aren't helping nor dusting those microaggressions, staining the windows to your soul like tight nuts and bolts of a construct built on conduct codification, so you can maintain your appointment with Planned Parenthood for that abortion. They say, judge not, lest you be judged by the good book. But it looks like Black population control, old trick from the bookshelf in the nonfiction section of my depression, where truth be told by high priests under sheets with hissing speech whenever they speak ill of my sisters, brothers, mothers, and buying more skin lightening creams, as if that is what we need on our journey to just be what we want to be. And if we work hard at it, we'll be where we want to be. And that's the piece. Do I have time for one more? That's it, right?
No, you could get one more in this.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. The next piece is more along the lines of relationship, and a little nostalgic because it was not only written a while back, but it captures a time that I hold near and dear to my heart. It was really the moment that I met my wife. And I'll let the poem tell the story. I'm not going to give away too much. She said, run your fingers through my life. Don't you ever stop. Nah, judging me by locket and key stories untold. A history older than our beginning at a bus stop at NCC, Nassau Community College, knowledge seeking, but I had to acknowledge this wisdom in my presence. I would later understand the essence of our reference points joined at that place. So many walks of life. She walked in mine with beauty and grace that she wears so well, compelled to continue our discussion on the bus through Nassau to Hempstead's terminus. It felt like the gods were serving us a dinner for two gods in the flesh as we sat next to each other, and her conversation pulled me in like a force field work to her plantations on this nation and the cost to get an education. I mean, meaningful vibrations from the point of contact to the station, where I hoped that our numbers would be exchanging as they did. Yes, it puts a smile on my face every time I relive, so I let them linger. And I remember, run your fingers through my life. Don't you ever stop, nah, judging me. And that's that piece. Thank you.
Is poet. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay.
And we thank you for that great performance, Naquel. This is his premiere performance right here on the Black Poet Matters platform, but you can see he's been bringing that fire for many years. So once again, any poets out there that would like to join us, just make sure that you contact us via our social media pages for Bassment Entertainment. So next up, we have Econzi Musa, who is a mother, poet, who works avidly in the community, assisting with resources, skills, and employment. She started putting her matters to paper over 25 years ago and watched her writing grow like blooms in pen. In 2010, Econzi was a featured artist in rhythm and rhymes in Fresno, California. She was born in Fresno, California, by the way, and she is a longtime resident of Oakland, California. And as we mentioned in the last program, she's a brand new resident of Brooklyn, New York. But after an extensive break from poetry, she is returning to the scene without apology. And you could also find her book online via Amazon, and it's entitled Life's Golden Lessons.
Good night. My name is Econzi Musa, originally from Fresno, California, now based in Brooklyn, New York. It's such a blessing to be able to participate with my brothers and sisters here at Black Poet Matters. It's nice and cold and rainy today, and it made me reflect on, kindling the wood and cozying up next to the warm. Also, that warm feeling that comes from the anticipation and the experience of love. So that will be a part of my topics tonight. The first piece is Soulmate. My heart yearns to be embraced by none other than my soulmate. Life and living will continue to grow, evolve, elevate. My soulmate would know me through and through. My heart yearns to indulge in enlightening conversation with my beloved, planting seeds in one another's mind, allowing every confirmation of truth and relevance to water each seed. My soulmate would see strength between us, not competition. Strength sharpens strength. My heart yearns to bask in the rays of the sun, silently taking in the beauty only Yah could artistically create. All the while seeing the creativity it took in making my soulmate smile. My soulmate would take delight in knowing thyself
and knowing is queen. My heart yearns to make my partner's life more comfortable, lovable, manageable. His struggle is mine as well as his victory. Unconditional love is our motto. My soulmate would instinctively seek to protect house and home, the perfect balance of masculinity, intuition, and sensitivity, oh so strong. My heart yearns for my beloved who has gone through the fire only the world could give and came out on the other side like refined silver. That when we see each other, a reflection of our souls is what we see, not our past. My soulmate would see my battle wounds as beauty marks, his own wounds as food for growth. Understanding to us matters the most. My heart yearns for that spiritual connection that none can penetrate. My soul yearns for its soulmate. Soulmate. Until then, beloved, my heart and soul will await. So this next piece is entitled Anticipation. Anticipation filled me on how it would all play out. My gut said that all would be well while my mind spun roundabout. Seconds, minutes, hours passed. Then it finally occurred. Miles in between us dissipated, and my heart fluttered like a bird. From the words you spoke to your smile and your laughter, it became more and more clear it was you I've been after. A manly man, and even greater, a man of Yah, led by his commandments, leaving me in awe. Dreams really do come true. Not head first, but soul first. I fell for you. Then it dawned on me that I could not tell if feelings were mutual. I restrained any gestures until I knew it was factual, or at least I tried. As I sat next to you through the movie, barely batting an eye, I didn't know if I could hold your hand, embrace your arm, or lean on you, but I know that's exactly what I wanted to do. It really didn't help to catch whiffs of your tantalizing scent. Had me like, wait, what happened in the movie? Thoughts of you is where my focus went. And then it was over. The opportunity to touch, the movie, and the moment. I reflected on the feelings, hopes dashed, and the lack of signs sent. At the point of boiling, this top was about to blow. The spontaneous hug I sprang on you let us both know this vibe we shared was sure to grow. Okay, so this final piece is entitled, I Am Convinced. You surprised me with your existence from the very start. Had me curious about your intentions, the core of your heart. From your eyes to your voice to your laugh, I saw glimpses of secret yearnings I have. Can it be real? Two souls intertwining thousands of miles away? Did fate add a twist to our script to test our faith? Will I be enough to fill that void in your life? Add on to your dreams, diminish strife. Will you be enough to complete my puzzle? Fit snug into the crevices of my being like a pet to a muzzle. A fragrant candle has been lit by our connection. A meeting of minds seeking balance, not perfection. My thoughts keep fluttering to you like a bee to honey or a flower. Me on you like I was climbing up a tower. What power? I'm convinced When I look to the east, a king exists. All right. Sometimes you get in situations or you feel certain ways and all you can say is, man. So this is one of those pieces and it's entitled, Man. Do I meet your standards? Am I up to par? Our paths cross for a reason, but am I taking it too far? You are a glimpse of my heart's desire passing before my eyes. My heart quickens like I'm in a marathon of truth and not lies. You are a precious jewel to be seen, not touched, admired and inspired above much. And still, I want to wrap you around me like a blanket. I long to vibrate with your warm energy, smile into your heart, sing into your soul, increase your joy from start. Man, to hear your voice, share a dance, bask in nature, hold your hands. Feel your arms around my shoulders, fingers in my locks, eye-to-eye contact, releasing blocks. Holding these thoughts of you, I feel like I'm about to implode. Gotta pull on those reins to keep from being too bold. Oh gosh, is this infatuation, love, loneliness beckoning me? Or is it your heart drawing me to you completely? Brother, you give me chills, thrills, laughs, and lessons for days. Thank you.
Yes, sister. Yes, sister.
Lovely. Thank you.
Go, girl. Wonderful.
Thanks, family.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she did that.
She almost made me text, what you doing to somebody?
Hey, listen. Hey, hope they're hearing it because it's like, oh, fire. Fire. I love that.
Almost went back 2 years and say, hey, big head.
And we thank you for that performance, Econzi. Welcome back to this platform. And as we continue to move forward, we have come to the conclusion of the first half of our show. Hopefully everybody out there has been enjoying the program thus far. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching on Facebook. And if you're on our Instagram page, make sure you follow. But make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on all of our platforms and share with your friends. So once again, we have come to the conclusion of the first half of our show. And as we always do in between sets, we're going to give you a little musical interlude. So sit back and enjoy.
I even one thing I got on my mind. I just want to free myself, full on a woman and wine. It could be a boat ride, jump off a river line. Anything is anything, the pump a shaking I find. Just give me the rum, just give me a gal. Play soca music, it's still back and down. With all of me friends, and money to spend. No stress on me head, nobody don't know when they go there. One night I got to live so whole night I drinking, whole night I jamming, whole night I whining love. When the liquor hit me, it's whole night I drifting, whole night I tripping, whole night I jumping love. When I drink the rum ready, when I hold a gal ready, when the soca hit me, if you see me drifting it, then I see the sun ready. Plenty back and down so it's, I ain't backing down so it's, I am not a young passes.
We broken up, times was hard and things was bad and we went our separate ways, but oh Lord, I still love you, you still love me, we still feel some type of way.
Boy, even though time has gone, I hearing that you're still single, we can't seem to move on.
Logically, I think this makes sense to me. Technically, you're still my baby, cause you ain't got no manners yet. Yes, you ain't got no manners yet. Oh Lord.
And technically, I'm still your baby, cause you ain't got no galas yet. Yes, you ain't got no galas yet. So it's okay, you have full permission to whine on me, full permission to grind on me, full permission to call me when you're down.
We have full permission to fool around, full permission to give me some.
So you see, we went on a technicality. Please understand that. I'm not saying that that we should get back together again. But this thing easy, cause we ain't got nobody, at least as far as I see. It's so hard when lovers fall.
Fall out on the race.
So until we both move on.
Logically, this sounds like I'm blind to me. Technically, you're still my baby, cause you ain't got no manners yet. Yes, you ain't got no manners yet. Oh Lord.
And technically, I'm still your baby, cause you ain't got no galas yet. Yes, you ain't got no galas yet. So it's okay, I have full permission to whine on you, full permission to grind on you, full permission to call you when I'm down.
You have full permission to fool around, full permission to give me some. So you see, we win on a technicality.
Some say we wouldn't last together. I know we gon' be here forever.
If you know how many tried but failed and never get nowhere, so tell me what I'm worth.
You are phenomenal, that's why I want you, girl. This is intentional, baby. Let's jump down together.
You're holding on so long, so make your impression. I'll give you one more song.
You give me goosebumps when you whine on me, feeding up your energy. I like how you do it when you walk it, walk it.
You give me goosebumps when you're holding me, feeling like the boss lady. So boy, come and walk it, walk it, walk it, walk it. And come now we sing away, come now we ramage, come now we dance away. All of the things they say, come now we sing away, come now we ramage, come now we dance away. All of the things they say.
You know I risked it all for you, yeah. No one could come between us two, darling.
Baby, you really state your case, and now I'm here to stay. Boy, you put a smile on my face.
You are phenomenal, that's why I want you, girl. This is intentional, baby. Let's jump down together.
You're holding on so long, so make your impression. I'll give you one more song.
You give me goosebumps when you whine on me, feeding up your energy. I like how you do it when you walk it, walk it.
You give me goosebumps when you're holding me, feeling like the boss lady. So boy, come and walk it, walk it, walk it, walk it.
And
walk
come
it.
na 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 na. I'm not leaving, that's impossible to do. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. you ain't give me no reason. You tell me this the end of we season. Mash up we think dress so. But you don't understand when you watch me. I said just see that I win the lottery. How you go pick up just so and then dump me? No, baby, no. But you back on me clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You turn the cat out your place to come inside. Baby, don't do me that. You go break me heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be looking the way you do.
Can't believe that is you. So long as you see, oh, give me a wine now. Give me a wine now. Give me the wine that I want long time, long time. So long as you see, oh, give me a wine now. Give me a wine now. All of we make up for all this time, make up for all this time. So, look who, you know how long me I really see you. It could have been about a year or two. Call to drink now, what we gon' do? Long time, been a while we a bust a line. Nothing a change, 'cause you still look fine. Look how you looking fine. I thought you hiding, I thought you went foreign. Look how things happen now. Look how things happen now. So let me hug up and squeeze you.
Yeah, y'all, we are back. Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of music. We'll have more music to close out the show, but of course, this is Black Poet Matters, so this is all about poetry. It's all about the poets. It's all about those who are stepping up to this virtual open mic. So once again, as we continue to proceed, we're going to introduce our next poet for the evening. She goes by the name of Ruhamah Baht Yisrael. Now, Ruhamah's passion for expression started in February 2002 after a request to write a poem representing 5 generations of grandchildren for her grandmother. After being introduced to her true passion, Ruhamah's thirst for expression spiked her appetite to share her vision of truth through vibrational rhythmic short stories of poetry. Ruhamah shared her poetry at various venues that offered artists a spotlight at spoken word events. The New Yorican, the Bowery Poetry Cafe, Lounge 13, and other locations. Since then, Ruhamah founded the company It's Real Productions and has published 6 books that are presently ready for purchase. So now, y'all, we introduce to you Ruhamah Baht Yisrael.
Bible in my hand, word inside my heart, and pain before my eyes. Broken people wanting to believe in something, looking for a light, trying to find the truth. But we give them doubt, saying we do something we don't. Hurting people, saying we do things that we won't. Wolfing sheep's clothing with a cross on his chest. Taking people money.
Grandma's wanted. Grandma wanted. Grandma wanted. Grandma wanted. Grandmas are in demand. Someone has to care for the grands because the mama's out of whack, sucking on a pipe, smoking crack, and the daddy's solution to every problem is finding new tracks to shoot smack. It seems as though the grands are being attacked when they didn't plan to be a fact. The grands were always home alone because their mama and daddy was never there. So somebody called the Bureau of Child Welfare. When BCW arrived, they saw that the grands were underfed and scared. The children told BCW that their grandma was the only one who cared. And they said, here we go. When mom and daddy not around, they be in the neighborhood laying on the ground. So we called grandma and she come to town. She gave us her number, said she can always be found. Yeah, she even gave us the phone number, told us to keep repeating that so we can remember. So the Bureau of Child Welfare took the grands and introduced them to a new set of demands. So the grands escaped their mamas and daddy's abuse, only to become more consumed and confused by the state misuse. Time passes slowly when dealing with the system, but grandmas are persistent. They'll do whatever it takes to get them, because grandma who cares takes a stand when their blood lives are at hand. There are not many left who accepts nor understand, because grandmas of today are still out there partying, looking for the next dance, or pursuing a career she didn't complete in the past to intellectually and financially advance. Some are attending places of worship in search for a good, godly man, and others are trying to maintain their lives with whatever they have, so they do the best that they can. There are not many grandmas left who wants to extend a helping hand. And these are some of the reasons why grandmas are in demand. Grandma wanted. Grandma wanted. Grandma wanted. Grandma wanted. And my little bell. Thank you. That's my first piece. I thank you so much. I had fun with that always too. Thank you for having me. And thank you for this platform. Really, really. And the poets are phenomenal. As usual, I must give it up for my brothers and sisters. Must. Phenomenal. This next piece I'm doing is a prayer. It's a prayer to the Most High. And it's called Cleansing Process. Yehovah, please remove the wicked contaminants that dwells within me. It lies in wait, anticipating the moment of my vulnerability. Wickedness tries to eliminate any spiritual connection I have with you, my loving Master of eternity. Please help me purify my temple to serve you, because what you deserve from me is fascination of a righteous captivation. All the greatness I possess is implanted by you, Yehovah, for it's a part of you that was instilled during my creation. How I utilize that greatness depends upon the choices I make from life daily situations. My provider, my source of life and awesome creator. Nothing can make me condemn your righteousness and truth. I've applied faith, love, and humility since my youth. The greatness that enables me to walk with confidence is knowing that through my situation, you will show your love and the power of your glory. I remember the love I had for humanity as a child. It was honest, pure, and true, giving willfully and sorely. It was a young, sweet love like that of a perfect love story. Yehovah, how great thou art. My granddaughter possesses a similar love. It's her power in connection with you. Please seal it in her life's chart. But there is no love like the love I receive from you, a faithful, steadfast love that no one can confiscate. A universal, undying love that is all merciful, spiritually complete and compassionate, a love no one can compensate. It's a masterful love, a love that can make you cry. It's tremendously awesome to the highest degree. None of humanity can comprehend it because it's an unconditional love that Yah has for his chosen family. It's a heavenly array of divine flowers tossed in a basket to make the sweetest fragrance of potpourri. That's the type of love Yehovah shares with Israel for free. The Almighty Eternal King is a perfect Yehovah. I've done nothing to deserve this love from you, Todah. This is all you and your endless compassion and mercy. Almighty, you spared my life repeatedly. You've blessed me with gifts and provisions. You've sent messages to direct me on my journey. You mended my heart and resuscitated my life. You wouldn't let me end up on a gurney. You told me to walk with the confidence of knowing that you are still with me because you are my destiny, my defender, my judge, my attorney. There is none for me like you, Yehovah. You are the Almighty Supreme, a power whose holiness and purity eliminates throughout the world so intensely that all who sees dies from it gleam. A blaze of fire more powerful than lightning and the sun ray beams. Only fools dare to equate themselves to Yehovah. They feel that their power on earth validates them as king. Jealousy, greed, extensive abuse, and arrogance are used by the system to execute their usual deceptive superiority routine. Securing their temporary invisible shackles around our necks while knocking our heads around like the ball inside of a pinball machine. Remove the mental and physical toxins that encumbers me during my journey to connect with you, my Father, the all-loving, undisputable Savior. Toda for the mercy, the love, and another day to humble myself, appreciate your guidance, and exercise righteous behavior. And Toda, Almighty, for including me in your great system of life, my Master, Lord, and Father of my forefathers. I love you, Jehovah. All praises. Hallelujah. That's my second. That's my second poem, Toda Rebab. My third poem is called An Illusionary Disillusionment. And I was feeling nice when I wrote this. At that time, I was getting nice. I was feeling nice. An illusionary disillusionment. An illuminating beam of light filtered through my psychic. It was so bright that I flinched from the light, uncertain if I should invite it or dislike it, or jump on some wheels and bike it. I wasn't sure if the light was an illusionary insight or a warning to get in flight. I should meditate on my power to determine if the light represent wrong or right. Why is the energy to this mystery penetrating my peaceful aura? Is it delivering sweet melodious instrumentals like the ones I love to listen to on Pandora? I think I need a revelation from my spiritual father to put balance in order, because it's not normal for me to allow negativity to loiter. I may be overthinking the situation instead of reaching for Yah's blessing for his daughter. So I'm going to let go and let God and appreciate all that life has to offer. There's a space in my mental that I desire to fill with positive essentials. So instead of skepticism or misreading the light as something consequential, I'll let my spiritual guide take over, because every experience in life is intentional. Nothing happens without the power's input. The Creator is one description of his credentials. The Supreme is all great and multitudinously dimensional. Hold up. That's a different type of light. It's not nutrition for my psychic. That's a spotlight in my eyes. And I just finished taking a flight to rid my woes to reach the skies. I don't even have time to disguise my red eyes, nor have enough time for Visine to be applied. Almighty, put some sweet expressions on my tongue to use on these official enforcement guys. I have to be humble and appear somewhat intelligent without getting caught in a lie. Even though herbs are legal and cultivated for medicinal and recreational purposes to get high, I definitely need your protection, Creator, because these guys looks cocky and need a release, and I don't want to die. Show enough. And that is my 3. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fire pieces, sister, fire pieces.
Fire set, queen.
Toda to y'all. All praise to.
We thank you for that performance, Ruhamah. Now, next up, we have Christopher D. Sims, who is a writer, performance artist, essayist, and Pan-African thought leader. Combining the culture and history of the African diaspora, he uses truth-telling and storytelling to get his messages across. Unapologetically pro-Black, his aim is to represent Black writing and performance art at the highest level. He is also a published writer and has professional studio releases to his credit. He is also the co-founder and co-producer of this series, Black Poet Matters, which is a poetic soundtrack for the times. So we want you to check out his books, as well as all of the books of the poets who are performing this evening. Here goes Christopher D. Sims.
Knowledge will begin until I finish this song, cause the rhyme gets rougher as the rhyme goes on. You sweat as you step, about to get hype. Or should you just listen to the man on the mic? You're physically in this with me, but how could you tell if it's meant to be hip-hop if you're not mentally as well? Ready to absorb the rhyme that I just poured into the mic, so unite and this won't be so bored. If you just keep kicking, listen to the mix and think you'll sink into the rhyme like quicksand, holes and controls you till I leave you fall deeper in the style. It's hard to...
All right, y'all. It's Christopher D. Sims, a.k.a. UniverSouLove, one half of the team that makes up the leadership team of Black Poet Matters. Glad to be back on the platform. Want to thank y'all for listening and continuing to tune in. Shout out my man Benjamin B for always being solid on this end and being a part of this, so to help us make it happen. So this first piece I'm going to share is called My Mother's Greens. It's a food waste poem, meaning that it's a poem that addresses food and culture and community and family and people. So it's one of my latest pieces. My mother's greens are soulful songs, sonnets, a promise to future generations who need nutrition, nurturing, listening, empowerment. My mother's greens have raised generations, have impacted lonely lives who did not have food or love to go home to. My mother's greens are a guitar strum, a sad man's hum, African drums thumping, pumping, pulsating, pulsating, pulsating. My mother's greens are magical. The voodoo in her fingers are from Bluff City, Arkansas, where images and stories of my great-grandpa are bedded into our conversations after dinner time, after dinner time. My mother's greens are grooves, electric, symphonic, bionic, a tonic for healing. When she cooks them, she's revealing the Black excellence of Black cooking. My mother's greens is Black love, is Black genius, is a Black phenomenon, is Black strength, emotion, drive, dedication, commitment, continuous. Is of the mother continent, is savvy, is beautiful, is beyond what you find in easily digestible American cookbooks that lack a people's story. My mother's greens has welcomed nephews home from jail and prison sentences. Welcome back home family who left for other cities, opportunities. Welcome back kin who are estranged Illinoisans who haven't lived in Rockford for years. My mother's greens raised me, gave me all of what I have needed to become me, to be me, to be me. And for her greens and for what she means to me, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. My mother's greens. And that's that poem. All right, up next, I'm gonna drop Word Warrior for y'all. I am a word warrior, source of sonic sounds, who's infinitely bound to the beauty of the universe, which I bring to life through verse. I am a word warrior. I use words as weapons to combat ignorance, negativity, and self-destruction. Each word is encoded with instructions to annihilate regressive activity, is instilled with peace and positivity, so we discover our talents, gifts, and abilities. I am a word warrior. I am in harmony with the heaven within. Once I meditate heavily, my diction becomes medicine. Once I focus and then begin, the universe becomes a sacredness that seeps from my my pen. I transcend time with reason and rhyme to climb to the divine. And at the same time, I discover the sunshine, creating a revolution of thought, line after line after line. Word warrior, traveler, unraveler of our infinite galaxy. With tenacity, I display grammatical mastery. My capacity to defy verbal gravity is just a gift naturally. Words, weapons, wisdom, grammar, vernacular, diction, language, dialogue, conversation, lyrics, verses, poetical demonstrations. I swim inside the softness of syllables to become liquidly lyrical. My thought process is rhythmical. When did this one individual miracle take place? I embrace the intelligence, elegance of the universe. Out of me is beauty bursts. Word warrior, creating cosmic dialect not yet found. I'm connected to beauty, to passion, to fire. I am rhyme and reason. It is beyond desire. Word warrior. All right, that's some verbal calisthenics for you right there from that piece, Word Warrior, from the mind of yours truly, Christopher D. Sims, a.k.a. UniverSouLove. All right, up next, I think I'm going to drop a jazz piece. This piece has been with me for some years now, and I'm heavily influenced by jazz music, so here's that piece. Ja, 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 and chipper, 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 ja, jazz be dripping from her tongue like staccato renditions of Coltrane melodies. Heavenly concoctions of curing charisma melts from her melodic tongue. Jazz be dripping from her tongue like staccato renditions of Coltrane melodies. Heavily concoctions of curing charisma melts from her melodic tongue. When she opens her mouth, you hear Miles Davis and images of jazz clubs conquer your spirit. Soul sister be slick, hip, I get high off her hues of various verbal voodoo. Off her tongue, music slides, 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 takes you on rides of rhythmic fantasies. She make you bare your spirit without even having to ask you. Her sweet secretions are honeydew drenched, hot and intense, makes me flinch. I want to explore her every inch, then pinch myself to make sure that it is real. I want to reveal to her my fears, secrets, passions, hopes, just to get a quick shot of her dopeness. I want to elope with this because she's Sarah Vaughan reincarnated. Her jazz gibberish is like black licorice, and I want to melt it and drink it like water. Jazz be dripping from her tongue. When I become fused, settled into your wordplay, the most beautiful thing serenade my soul. I feel like an innocent child, gleefully discovering the certainties of living carefree. Automatically, I want to cuddle in your grammatical chemistry to let it comfort, caress, consume, and console me. I want to lay next to your devastating diction, let it breathe softly on my neck and whisper sweet things and smile about it in my dreams. I want to smile when I hear your spoken word harmony, charming me and disarming the strength I possess, and let each and every word baptize your being, my being, and cleanse my soul like water. I want to strip naked when I hear your spoken word harmony, charming me and disarming the strength I possess, and let each and every word baptize me like water. Soul sister be slick, hip, I get high off her hues of various verbal voodoo. Off her tongue, music slides, rise, water, never slaughters. You are the daughter of diction, nonfiction, poetry in a prism. Poetry is off your tongue, poetry off your tongue. My mind is numb from your water, your words, your quite superb, on the verge of transforming how I think. You are peace, peace, peace. All right, that's that piece. One more, and I'm done. I am a poet. I turn words into slaves. I engrave page after page with rhythmical rage. I am a poet. I dive deep into the infinite world of diction to bring forth image and vision. I'm a scientist who's always in the lab forming experiments with vocab. I am a poet. Prophet creator, right the urge. I am a poet. I dive deep into the infinite world of diction to bring forth image and vision. I'm a scientist who's always in the lab performing experiments with vocab. I am a poet, prophet of verb, creating logic with words. I must write and recite, write and recite, write and recite, write and recite. I cannot resist the urge. I am a poet. And that's that piece, and that's my time, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to Black Poet Matters. I'm up out of here like last year. Peace.
So we thank you for that one, Chris. A little bit of technical difficulties, but you made it through. And also, just to remind everyone out there that the collection of these poets that you are seeing performing tonight, as well as many of the poets who are part of this platform, have collectively released an anthology entitled Black Poet Matters, a poetic anthology for the times. Make sure you get that book, and you'll be able to read some of the poetry of these poets here and all of the poets who are part of this platform. So once again, that's Black Poet Matters, a poetic anthology for the times. So now, as we are coming to the conclusion of our show, we want to introduce to you our final poet for this evening, who goes by the name of Neisha Braveheart Kelly, who hails from Trenton, New Jersey. Her love of writing manifested at the age of 5 and is ever evolving with her particular preference for poetry and personal essays. Braveheart loves to learn interesting things about others, but clams up when it comes time to talk about herself. She loves to read, for it inspires her writing. She's an avid learner, so she thoroughly enjoyed reading new and interesting articles and books. Braveheart also enjoys performing at open mic venues all over New Jersey and sometimes in Philly. While making it a point to branch out further this year, Braveheart has a lot of things brewing in the pot and is beginning to overflow with opportunity. She also does motivational speaking at events which have mostly been geared to empowering women. In addition, she runs an online magazine, COY Magazine, a women's personal development magazine, where she is the editor-in-chief. It can be found at www.coymagazine.wordpress.com. In her spare time, Braveheart attends Dress for Success Power Women's group meetings, as well as participates in Toastmasters meetings, where she hones her public speaking skills. She earned the name Braveheart from her mentor Todd Evans because of her often difficult subject matter she chooses to tackle through her writing. She is vulnerable, honest, and uplifting. Her only hope is that others can learn from her mistakes, and if they are a victim of the pitfalls of life, that maybe her struggles can become their triumph. There is a test in every testimony. It is not about how many times you fall, but how you recover. So now, we introduce to you Braveheart.
This life can make me so confused, but it's alright. Living day by day, I feel so used, that ain't right. I just wanna run and hide, but I don't have the time to cry, and it's alright. It's alright, alright. Any thoughts are running through my head, it's alright.
Tonight I'm going to do something that I like to call opposite to emotion. I'm nursing a broken heart, but that doesn't mean that I can't inspire someone with a happy heart. So here goes. This first poem I'm doing is called Orgasms, and it's about my take on erotica. Be gentle. Intellectual stimulation is both alluring and thrilling. I feel alluring, sexy, and thrilling when speaking to you. You see, some would define me as a sapiosexual. Intellect leaves my mind dripping wet. When you talk to me, I can barely remain on the edge of my seat. You see, when you speak, my lips quiver, and I cannot keep it together. My rebuttal will be my eyes locked with yours. And as we spar mentally about the subject at hand, our thoughts draw us close, and I long for you. I long to be wrapped around your perspective. Getting enveloped into matching our wits and becoming satiated with the very thought of your lips parting, anticipating the sight of your temple pulsating as you penetrate my mind slowly, sliding your opinions gently down my throat. As I slowly allow you to enter me effortlessly with just your words alone. As I write this and I read this, I'm so excited and aroused. What I want to do to you is beyond sexual, and words can never define my affinity for you correctly. I need you, King. I need you to delve deep inside me, inside of my mind. I need you, King. I need you to enlighten and inspire me regularly. Our conversations keep me both captivated and entranced, while watching you articulate and educate me fills me to the brim. So my cup, it always manages to runneth over, and remnants of us are spilling all over. Look at the mess we've made exploring our massive minds, mindgasm. This next piece, I want to say that, you know, sometimes when we're hurting, like I'm hurting right now, it's easy to say, oh, a Black man hurt me. We can't talk to each other. We can't connect. But I think through words we can. This is called A Black Man's Stride. This is dedicated to you, kings. I get so excited when you walk by. There's just something so strong and powerful about a Black man's stride. You walk determined in your royal ways. Your sexy smile, it never goes unnoticed by me. It keeps my attention always. I see you, King. I see the greatness in you. I see how your worth keeps the scale tipping. You know who you are. More importantly, you know whose you are. God created you enveloped in purpose. You are focused on productivity. You are hardworking and intentional. Intentional about loving on you, nurturing your gifts, never forgetting to water the seeds that you sow. With your ambition and drive, there is no telling where you'll go. Your legacy will leave plenty of room for our future to grow. Your intellect, it sets me ablaze. I want to walk with you hand in hand as we trailblaze, carving out the path for our lineage. Your stride, it tells me so much. And my world, it would disintegrate void of your touch. And without you, King, my world will become a rut. So thank you, King, for all you are and all you do. Please, King, know that my world wouldn't exist without you. Then I have one more. I think sometimes we, I don't want to say just in our community, guys, not just the Black community, but I think mental illness is something we glaze over sometimes. I think that mental illness is something that I want to watch what I say, not we, but I think that we're taught that just keep it inside and just plow through it and just push through it. This last piece I'm doing is called Darkest Hour. I'm a bipolar mess. 1 minute I'm on top of the world, and the next minute, the world is on top of me. How did I get to this place? More importantly, how do I escape? How do I escape the intrusive thoughts in my mind, or the impulsive ones that are telling me to do things that I know are inherently wrong? You think I want to be this effed up? You think I want to be a loser? You see, when you struggle with the confines of your mind, you tend to suffer silently. Each episode, manic or depressive, leaves you decimated. You do not have the wherewithal to pull yourself up. And this became a form of comfort for me. You see, when I'm in this pain, I want to isolate. I want to withdraw. I don't want to poison anyone with my venomous thoughts and motives. I lie so easily because the shame is far too great. I would rather martyr myself by putting on a facade that I have it all. but I don't have shit. Nothing I have is together, and everything around me has fallen apart. When I'm experiencing mania, it is a high that I cannot explain. I am so high that I do not even take notice of my deceptive and manipulative ways. I'm a master manipulator. I get what I want, how I want, no matter the cost. So this poem is the realest shit I ever wrote. It is the realest because it's the most honest I have been in a really long time. And honestly speaking, I cannot face these demons alone. I pray, but I don't change. And not because I don't want to. It's because in my mind, I feel like change is out of my league. I have operated on autopilot for so long that I don't know how to operate any other way. My cry for help, it enables me to come crashing back down to earth. It has me feeling like I'm irretrievably broken, wallowing in a mess of my making. Needing help, that's beneath me. My ego allows me to believe that suffering is better than surviving. And I don't ask for help because in my mind, I'm undeserving. I'm not worthy of empathy or compassion. I numb out. I want to stop feeling this incredible pain. I write. And before I let any tears roll down my eye, I'm going to make this poem cry. I am all cried out. I am sick of the bullshit that I have conjured up. I don't write this for fun. I write this for help. Suffering silence will be my undoing. I have to save myself. So in my darkest hour, I write. Without a penny to my name, I write. And though this may be shits and giggles for you, this is my life. And to truly continue living, I must reach out for help. So this poem is hope to a mind that is desolate. This poem is peace to a mind that never rests. I'm writing this for me, for us. Mental illness is real, and it really does look just like me. So please help me so that my story can help someone just like me. Darkest hour. I have one more I would like to do. And I want to touch on what I'm feeling right now. I think it's important that I say this. I think sometimes when we write poetry, you want the person to hear the hurt and hear the pain, but you have to heal from the hurt and you have to heal from the pain. So sometimes, as Nia Long says in my favorite movie, Love Jones, I got to get it out anyway. This poem is called Permission. Oh, y'all bear with me. Permission. Yes, you have my permission to mishandle me in every way possible. Yes, you can absolutely play with my heart. Yes, you definitely can waste my time. Yes, you can deceive me into thinking that you are the king that I've been waiting on so desperately. Yes, you can gaslight me. Yes, you can make me feel insecure. Yes, you can obliterate my worth. Yes, you can affirm my self-doubt. Yes, you can be gifted with the crown jewel. Yes, you can break every promise. Yes, you can charm your way into my life. Yes, you can leave nothing but carnage in the wake of our union. Yes, you can do this and so much more. Yes, you can because I allowed it. Yes, you can because I devalued who I was to accommodate you. Yes, you can, because I felt all those red flags penetrate the very depth of me. Yes, you can, because I hurt and just spit it all out. The blood, the guts, and swallow all of my pride, all of my dignity, all of my respect. Yes, you can, because it was never. I overlooked that you were a mere pauper. Yes, you can, because I forgot the royal lineage that was laid before me so many years ago. You know what? No. Hell no. You can't, because it was never that I wasn't the one for you. It was never that. It was that you were never the king for me. Because the king for me, he would never humble my heart. I'm sorry, y'all. He would never humble my heart. Because the king, the queen that I am, never settle. So no, you can't, because the woman I am has to protect my heart, my peace, my sanity. No, hell no, you can't. Now, because of all the fodder and disrespect, your access to me has been denied. Before I leave, I'd like to say this. We have got to stop saying kings and queens, that we need somebody to be our peace. Mm-mm. I don't need you to be my peace. I need you to add to my peace, to be a part of my life and my kingdom. Thank you.
Excellent word, Neisha. Love it.
Excellent.
Give thanks, sis.
Excellent.
Healing through words.
Mm.
Thank you.
That was
I
lovely.
am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
And we thank you, Neisha, for that heartfelt performance that you just gave to everyone. And we know that everyone felt that, as you did. We have come to the conclusion of this show. But as we always do at the end of every show, we have that cipher where we are going to bring back all of the poets who performed this night. And they're just going to give you a bar or two or three as we round off the program with this cipher. And we're going to go in order performance. So first up, we have Empress Poetry.
It started when our thoughts intertwined as our spirits commingled in ecstasy. When you leached your essence into my cerebrum and nurtured my cerebellum with an inspiration to stand. When you tasted mine and recognized my flavors. My dark molasses sense of humor known as Sweet Bajan Girl. My spicy Trinidadian grandmother's flair, mixed equally to sharpen my African queen sphere. You know me, the Zora Neale Hurston of poetry, dropping awakening drip sweetened with some sexuality, laced with truth. I'm Empress Poetry.
And next we're going to hear from Naquel.
Come a knocking. I'll be rocking your boat so hard, it'll wake Aaliyah and the dead. And so said, so done. To her bed is where I'm headed at the end of this poem. I promised to do a few pieces, but I told the host I'd owe them because I've got to make a house a home.
And next we are going to hear from Econzi.
It really didn't help to catch whiffs of your tantalizing scent. Had me like, wait, what happened in the movie? Thoughts of you is where my focus went.
And next we're going to hear from Ruhamah.
Love initiates healing. Unification as one nation is power. But as a collective, we must be willing. Brothers and sisters, we must embrace the love. We must stop self-destruction. We must stop the killing. That's my piece. Thank you much.
And then next will be Chris.
All right, I just spit this. Words, weapons, wisdom, grammar, vernacular, diction, language, dialogue, conversation, lyrics versus poetical demonstrations. I swim inside the softness of syllables to become liquidly lyrical. My thought process is rhythmical.
And then last but not least, we're going to hear once again from Neisha.
Again, as always, I wanted to say that I love this forum, and I'm always going to say that. You guys inspire me so much. My piece for the cipher would just be that let's continue to teach through our poetry, through our prose, through our words. And peace be unto you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So yes, y'all, that's the cipher. This is our program. This is the conclusion of the show. We're going to end off with some music once again. Before you go, and stick around for the music, but we also want to make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, that you like our Facebook page, and that you also follow our Instagram page as well. So once again, that's Bassment Entertainment, and join us next month for another session. So this is the conclusion of session 23. Join us in 2023 for session 24. So sit back, enjoy the music as we can close out. And once again, thank you all for joining us and saying God bless.
Love, 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 hey. So when I look at the world and the way we're living, problem, you know I'm not giving up, I still believing. Wanting in love alone, yeah. It's such a lonely road, yeah.
Yo, Ramesh,
and somewhere
sing it.
Out there,
come on, Papi Ramesh.
I just hear you cry and feel your tears.
Love alone, no grudge allowed. I love my load, and I'm a song and bust it loud. What a sound when that I touch a crowd. Fans are rave, hands are wave, bands are play up on the stage. Love in every stanza, take you out of any anger stage. I love my use when I conversate, my conquer hate and concentrate upon the similarities when man relate. So if me naughty and your ball head, beg your pardon, cause we all bled with the same color, even if not from the same mother. Take a look around the world and look at what I see. So many people starving, living in a poverty. Love it is the answer, and this is not hard to see. I cannot do this on my own, I need the whole community. Cause this is the reality, we are all a family. So show me some humanity, love and the equality, morality and solidarity is what we rather see in our policy.
Hey,
yeah.
So when I look at the world and the way we're living,
all I see is
problem. You know I'm not giving up, I still believe in. Wanting in love alone, yeah.
Love alone.
It's such a lonely road,
I say you never gonna get
somewhere out there, I just hear you cry and feel.
Peace of mind is a holiday, and it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make this journey, it just blows my mind away. Peace of mind is a holiday, and it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make my journey, it just blows my mind away. It's such a blessing to be alive in this world that we all reside. And you can call it to what you want to. I just love my chilling time. I get a thrill like every day, sitting here and watching the children play. I read them a book and I tell them stories. You should hear the things they say. And every time somebody greets me, says hello, I take it easy. I say hello now, how you feeling? You be safe, it was a pleasure meeting you. Peace of mind is a holiday, and it's a trip that I love to take. And every time that I make this journey, it just blows my mind away. Peace of mind is a holiday, lashes. Don't you ever think that it's funny? You keep me in the zone. I said I like it how you do it when you do it. Baby, I like it. I love the way you do it when you do it. Baby, I've got to admit, I love how you kiss and caress. I love it when you rest your head on my chest. I love it when you whisper in my ear, telling me softly that you care.
It's a struggle to survive financially, economically, things are rough. We need change politically. The breath of life is free, but it's a struggle to survive. Financially, economically, things tough. We need to focus spiritually. Love each other, time to come together. Stop the killing and the scamming and the gunting. Black minds thinking together. Black businesses, wealth for the future. Education, protection for the children. Steer them in a new direction. Raise the leaders we want to see, so we have a safer society. Life is free, but it's a struggle to survive. Financially, economically, things rough. We need change politically. The breath of life is free, but it's a struggle to survive. Financially, economically, things tough. We need to focus spiritually.
Trouble you see, then you will find. Many forget me to remind. Many go kill and they will laugh. Many peace while many fast. Many see and they will cry. Many live and many die. Many under control and don't know why. Many friends we've lost in this sweet time. How much trust do I have in humanity? I look both ways before I cross on a one-way street. You're on this road alone, don't know if you gonna make it out. After reaching the new passing zone, here we go again. Here we go again. The killing of a friend. Killing of a friend. When you grow together, go school together, eat up the same pot together. Now tell me